The poem The Dragon, the tale of Custard the Dragon, is written in the style of a ballad. Ballad is a song or poem that tells a story. What is the meaning of ballad? A story or a tale that is, a song that tells you a story is called a ballad. You must be familiar with the ballads that narrate tales of courage or heroism. There are ballads that tell you about the heroic stories of the people in the past and their courage. This poem is humorous ballad close to a parody. Now think as to what is the meaning of a parody. Parody is copying, okay, just as we have say remix these days. In that way, a parody is a kind of a imitation of something that has happened in the past. The old ballads, the real ballads, are in general the stories of the people who have done some courageous deed. But this particular is the Custard the Dragon is not about real heroism, but here it is mocked and it is imitated, and that is why it is a parody. You have to pay attention to the rhythm of the poem. Belinda is the name of the girl. Okay. Belinda lived in a little white house with a little black kitten and a little grey mouse, and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon, and a Rilio Trulio little pet dragon. Now here, if you don't know the meaning of kitten, then it is the young one of a cat. Then wagon means a cart. Wagon means a cart. Rilio means really, and Trelio means truly. And really, truly, little pet dragon. Okay, so the first stanza says that Belinda lived with a little white house, in a little white house with a black kitten and a little grey mouse and a little yellow dog and a little red wagon. Little red wagon, I suppose you understand now. Wagon is the cart, or say, and a really truly little pet dragon. Okay. Now the names of the little black kitten was Ling. Now here the names of these different pets are given. The name of the little black kitten was Ink, and the little grey mouse, she called him Bling. And the little yellow dog was sharp as mustard, but the dragon who was coward, and she called him Custard. So the names and characteristics of the different pets are given over here. Little black kitten, only the name is given, no characteristic of the kitten is given. The name of the kitten was Ink, and the color was black. The mouse, the color was grey, and that is the characteristic of the mouse that you have to keep in mind, that it had grey color, and the name of the mouse was Blink. The color of the dog was yellow, and the characteristic of the dog is given, that is sharp. It was sharp as mustard. And the dragon was a coward. What is the characteristic attributed to the dragon? It was a coward, and she called him Custard. Now, Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth, and spikes on top of him, and scales underneath. Mouth like a fireplace, chimney for a nose, and Rallio Trallio daggers on his toes. Rallio Trallio, you have already understood the meaning of it. Now, here in the previous stanza, that sharp was given. Yellow dog was sharp as mustard. There sharp means say very active and sharp minded. Sharp means not pointed, but here it is sharp in the sense of wisdom, was intelligent. Now, here in this stanza, say spikes. Spikes means, here it means sharp nails. Custard the dragon had big sharp teeth and spikes. Spikes means sharp nails on top of him and scales underneath. Scales means layers, and scales here means layers underneath. Mouth like a fireplace. You know what is a fireplace, okay? The mouth was like a fireplace and chimney for a nose. If you imagine the fireplace, there is a chimney also over there. That chimney is the nose and the mouth is the fireplace. And Trallio, daggers on his toes. Daggers means sword. A sharp small sword is called a dagger. So, and really truly it had a small sword on his toes. Now here, any doubts in this stanza? Belinda was brave as a barrel full of bears, and ink and blink chased lions down the stairs. Mustard was as brave as a tiger in a rage, but Custard cried for a nice safe cage. Here again the characteristics of each pet is given. Here say, Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears. As a barrel full of bears means what? Barrel, you know what it is. Container. Okay, in which what is there? Bears is there. That seems to be something very courageous. Okay. So, Belinda was as brave as a barrel full of bears, and ink and blink chased lions down the stairs. And ink and, here say barrel full of bears means say a lot of bears put together. If they are together, then they are very brave. So Belinda was brave like many bears put together. Then, and ink and blink chased lions down the stairs. Suppose say a lion comes here, then what will this ink and blink do? They will run behind the lion and the lion will run down the stairs. They would chase him down the stairs, would drive him away. Mustard was as brave as the tiger in a rage. Who was this Mustard? The dog. He was as brave as a tiger in anger. When the tiger is angry, it does not fear anyone and shows its bravery. So that is what Mustard was. But Custard cried for a nice safe cage. But Custard was very meek and cowardly, and he kept crying to be in the cage and did not show any courage. Belinda tickled him. She tickled him unmercifully. Ink, blink, and mustard, they rudely called him Percival. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon at the Trallio, cowardly dragon. Now, this the environment of the house where these pets are is described, and how dragon is treated, that is talked about in this stanza. That tickled means moved fingers on the sensitive part to make laugh. So Belinda tickled dragon. So she used to tickle him and make him laugh. She tickled him unmercifully. The dragon would not be comfortable with that tickling. But say without any mercy, Belinda would tickle the dragon. Ink, blink, and mustard, they rudely called him Percival. What did the three other pets, Ink, blink, and mustard, call him? They called him Percival, a hero. That you are a hero, but they rudely called him. Rudely means in a way they wanted to make fun of him, and that is why they called him hero. Oh, you are a hero. In that way, when we say in that tone. They all sat laughing in the little red wagon, the little red cart that was there. In that, all of them used to sit and laugh at the dragon, at the rallio trallio cowardly dragon. Okay, they used to laugh at the cowardly dragon. Now, Belinda giggled till she shook the house, and Blink said, "Wick," which is giggling for a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age when Custard cried for a nice chef cage. Now, again, the way in which the other pets and Belinda made fun of him is elaborated in this stanza, that Belinda giggled loudly. Giggling is, say, laughing rudely. What is the meaning of giggled? Laughed rudely. Then, how did she laugh rudely? Till the whole house shook to its foundations. Till she shook the house. That loudly she used to laugh rudely at Custard the dragon. Belinda used to laugh very rudely at Custard the dragon, and the whole house used to shake. And Blink giggled too like a mouse, and Blink said "Wick," which is giggling for a mouse. If the mouse giggles, it is called Wick, and that is what Blink used to do. So Blink used to giggle like for a mouse, like a mouse. Ink and Mustard rudely asked his age. Now they insulted him by repeatedly asking about his age. And Custard cried like a coward, begging for a nice chef cage for him. Okay, so far the dragon, Custard the dragon, has been the image that is created is pathetic. Suddenly they heard a nasty sound. Nasty means bad or unpleasant sound. So all of a sudden a nasty sound was heard, and Mustard growled, and they all looked around. Growled in anger. That means the type of sound that the dragons make. And Mustard the dog, he started barking, and they all looked around, because the dogs are the first to sense the arrival of someone. So the Mustard got to know, and he started barking in anger. And Mioch cried Ink, the cat mewed, and "Oh," cried Belinda. And Belinda was also surprised by that, and she also said, "Oh." For there was a pirate climbing in the window. Here, window means a window, and pirate is a sea robber. A sea robber was getting into the window, and on seeing that, Belinda said, "Oh." The cat mewed, the dog started barking. Pistol in his left hand, pistol in his right, and he held in his teeth a cutlass bright. His beard was black, one leg was wood. It was clear that the pirate meant no good. Now, on looking at the appearance, it seemed that the pirate had not come for anything good. He had a pistol in his left hand. He also held another pistol in his right hand. He was holding a shining dagger among his teeth. You can understand that a small sharp knife is put in between the teeth. While climbing, he will keep that knife between his teeth. So, and he had his teeth a cutlass bright. Cutlass here means a shining dagger. His beard was black, and his beard was black. One of the leg was of wood. Okay. It was quite clear that the pirate had not come there for anything good. Now, still we have 3 standards. Belinda paled, and she cried, "Help, help." Paled means she became very, faded, and she lost her spirits. She was frightened. and she cried, "Help, help." But Mustard fled with a terrified yelp. What did the Mustard do? He ran away with a terrified look, with a terrified yelp. Yelp means, say, cry. He loudly cried and he ran away. Then, what else happened there? Ink trickled down to the bottom of the house. What did Ink do on seeing the pirate? It trickled down into to the bottom of the household. The household things were lying over there, and Ink, say, went away and hid itself under that. But and little mouse blinked strategically. Mousehold. Strategically, mousehold means the strategically means according to the situation of the that demanded. According to the demand of the situation,